Hello, Mike Bruning here from Trinity Whip Co, and we are working on another video of how to defend yourself with a whip. Now, we already shot this from a first-person perspective of the chest cam, and we're just going to redo the video from the side. It's really kind of hard to see the targets getting hit, so this will kind of help it, I think. But with this, we've talked about how to crack a whip and the various cracks we're going to do, and we're going to get into that in a minute. Right now, we're going to talk about Filipino Kali. We talked before about how it's a conceptual art, and they talk about angles of attack, you know, the high line, the low line. And the whole art can be taught conceptually, or at least it's been taught conceptually to teach you a little easier, you know, when you're just trying to be more of a martial arts instructor, definitely in the States. Now with this, they have certain, let's just say we really break it down to see there's only three main ranges of attack: a longer range, a medium range, and a really close range. Now, they kind of have certain concepts that you should always learn the fundamentals, which we're going to talk about today, which is long range, and we use it for the whip. And it's more practical and functional, and even in the other ranges, it tends to be this is still the same target. Now they call this long range hit the hand or defang the snake. In other words, you hit their hands holding the weapon, they can't hold the weapon, you took the teeth out of that serpent. Now, before we grab the whip, he's going to hold his stick out. Now, normally there'd be motion and movement, but we're going to just keep it fixed for this purpose of this video. But say this is maximum extension of where he can hit me. I mean, he can lean forward a little bit, be off balance, and not as much forward. But he can't reach me. This is long range. He can't reach me. But I can hit his hand while he's swinging by, and thus keeping myself safe in a longer range, but still breaking his hand and making him drop a weapon. They have more things like closer range where I could still get hit. So even if I would hit the hand, I need my other hand in here for hitting and hooking. So whatever I wanted to do afterwards, I've got control of it. I've taken a shot. And as far as close range, they would get in here that he's for hitting and hooking and other things. Now, you start to get in the realm of, still some good moves in those range, but it gets in the realm of perfection, now a little bit more functionality of what's really important, especially in just fractions of seconds and moment of time. But we're going to take the same concept, let's throw the stick farther away. And just so you can see it, you know, if we had like, both had a knife. Once again, I doubt you'll ever be in a knife fight or stick on stick fight. But it'd be, go ahead, he's just going to slide me. I see, don't slide me really. Like you slide me, you'd be hitting the hand with the blade, and if you lost the blade, you know, that's where you would finish up with other moves you wanted. Now, we're not going to add interactive fighting right now with the whip. We're just going to show you how I'm going to assign those long-range values with the stationary person. So he's going to hold his knife out in a minute. We're going to keep it down, which I'll go out. And we're going to work on the cracks I showed earlier. And now I've got a little ceiling, so it's going to affect a little bit. On an earlier video, the first video of how to finish up, we talked about the cattleman's and working in tandem with the underhand flick. And we do that in reverse. We go underhand. The underhand with the cattleman's. We also worked about the reverse overhead. I'm sorry, the overhead. The overhead with the reverse. Or we can do the reverse overhead to do overhead. Then we also talked about the breakaway. So the breakaway. Right? Breakaway. So we also talked about combining those back and forth. We'll go in a minute. But right now we're going to take those individual moves and we're going to assign value. Now right now at that long range understanding, your first goal, if you were to do this, would be to hit the hand. So he's going to hold it out there. And so I'm just going to put together just a simple two cracks. We're going to go and just hold it up for me. Don't worry about that. We're just going to go back and forth with the hand. So here we go with the cattleman's and the underhand flick. And all right. Mm-hmm. Then we're also going to untangle this. We're going to do the overhead, reverse overhead. Ready? All right. Now we're going to do the breakaway. Ready? So being able to hit one target is really good, and I recommend, you know, working those individually, not just trying to free float right now, but definitely work those individually used to hitting the assigned value. Now, you may hit the hand and it doesn't hit cleanly. You may miss. So to think that no matter what, every time I hit the hand, he's going to drop his weapon, it can be a mistake. Even if you're cutting with a knife or hitting with a stick, odds are it will. But, you know, you could also maybe miss, maybe not really hit the fingers, maybe you slice the wrist, maybe you didn't cut so bad, maybe you hit the stick, you really didn't shatter the bones. There's a lot of things that are going to drop it, and the same thing with this. This is definitely going to hit the hand hard and sting it. It could break a finger. If anything, it could at least stun it. And the nice thing about a 6-foot reach over what he's got is I'm not in danger of, even though I'm at a long range, I'm going to go from the hand to the face, I'm still way out of his range, which is what's important for me so he can't hit me. So he's going to still stay stationary, and I'm going to do the same cracks, but on the first one when I hit his hand, he's just going to lower it, and I'm going to go right to the face and I'm going to go back. Now, he's pretty well covered. He's got some nice gloves, real thick leather coat, you know, really good fist gear, but this neck is still a little exposed, so every time I hit his hand, he's probably going to drop it just in case I miss my mark a little. So let's give it a shot, right? So once I hit it, just once it's in the first one, drop it. So I'm going to hit this and then move in to hit the face. So we'll do the, once again, I've got a whip here, so it's kind of hard to nail it really well. But we don't also have to make a crack to hit. Stay there. Like, just even, I'm not even swinging it the hardest, right? I'm not even really swinging it hard at all. And just hitting this itself is enough to do the damage I need. But we're going to try to make the cracks on pointing out, right? So we're not ready to drop it. So the cowboy, to the underhand flip. The underhand flip to the cowboy. Do it again, kind of got wrapped it there. Right? Okay, good. Ready the overhead to the reverse overhead. Again, ready? Can't call on. Ready? Now we're going to do the reverse overhead to the overhead. Ready? Okay, ready? So I might need to launch in a little bit to get it if you need it. But I'll tell you what, I'm pretty close right now. I might go flipping this. Now the breakaway. Breakaway is probably my favorite. Let's do the breakaway. Ready? Again, ready? Okay, ready? Try slow up. Try slow up again. Again. Alright. So with these, you know, take them individually on your own without a target, without a person. Then take it with a target that's not a person. And I'm trying to not even hit that hard with a lot of these just because even though we got gear and we're pretty protective and we're decently skilled, I'm trying to make sure I minimize the possibility of injury, okay? And right now we're talking long range and assigning values, but a next step you can do on your own without a partner, just even with using a tree leaf to hit as your target. We want to keep that constant barrage of these patterns and assign values to hitting the hand. So we're just going to go ahead and do that. Dave. I'm just going to crack a little bit, then I'm going to go for your hand and face. Whether you lower or not, it's okay. Okay, so we still want to keep it at bay and then go right into the cracks, right? So keep your head down just in case, right? Hand up. So, moving around and then choosing to gauge and back off. And even just cracking these and backing off is good because it's still training that evasion when he comes in. Once again, my name is Blake Bruning. All right, now my good friend Brian Workner here. He's helping out for the demonstrations, and I'm just very appreciative that he take this abuse because I can't do both. And we're talking long range. We're talking the basic first concept of Filipino Kali. We're applying it with a whip. We're also talking about a guy armed. He can also be unarmed. Go ahead and drop your hands. Just real quick before we finish with this. I wouldn't want to choose a weapon against my battle weapon if I can, if my morals allow it. But when I'm on my own in the middle of nowhere, and I got to get home to my family. I mean, I can't risk anything trying to be the highlight of the fight night. You know, if I've got my kids with me, although I feel more than confident in my training to handle a guy, things go wrong, things go crazy. If he attacks me and tackles me, he may just pull a knife out on the ground. So I may just go ahead and grab a weapon anyways because I can't lose. And the odds behind the whip are still rare, but we decided the same value without it. If I did have a whip and he had his hands up, you'd still be hitting the hands just like you had a weapon. Now again, I don't endorse you trying to be a whip fighter. I don't endorse you to have fight club, whip club. All right, I don't endorse the communities that do whip people or animals. I'm not looking for you to do that. I'm just saying right now that if you want to instruct it on how you could use it for the novelty and the exercise to protect yourself, this is the best concepts to learn and start. And it's going to be a lot more easy to functionalize and a little bit more effective than getting into the more perfection side of it. Nothing wrong with all the cool perfection side and hanging on, twisting, nunchucking, flailing, you know, tying them up. But we're talking about fractions of a second before you go. Now, right now we have a stationary target. We'll try to get them a little more interactive if we can in the future. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it's instructional. My name is Blake Bruning, Trinity Whip Co. Thank you, Brian. God bless everyone.